Hello, you wonderful people, and I noticed, looking at my previous videos, it's been a while since, it's been nearly 4 weeks, a month. It's been nearly a month since we paid a visit to Slapped Ham. So that's what we're doing today. We were revisiting one of our favourite channels, Slapped Ham. This is terrifying real camp videos that will give you the chills. Now remember, Slapped Ham likes to give away previews of what's coming up, so look away. Okay, either that's monkeys or I haven't looked, but just going by the sound, either that's monkeys or someone's being violated in a tent.
Over there, look, over there. You see that?
What the hell?
No previews. Incidentally, I'm going to keep saying each of the videos. For God's sake, guys, if you could do compilations, don't ruin it by giving us bloody previews. Also, for the jump scares, it's even more brilliant. Or if there's something that's going to give you the chicken or make you crap yourself, you're going to take away that element if we see it in the previews. Stop doing it, naughty.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that are starting to spook the internet. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content. Just like this.
Let's do it.
That was last night's stealth camp, right next to the forest of Box Hill. I would highly recommend this place.
Will's Whereabouts is a popular travel and camping YouTube channel based in the UK. The host, Will, drives around the UK in his van, sharing tips and tricks for his audience. However, in this episode, while camping in Box Hill, an ancient wooded area southwest of London, something eerie happens in the dead of night. He begins by making a campsite meal as the sun sets on the forest.
Now, I could be wrong, just as a guess. Only because I'm from certain European areas and forests. But I can't remember, what's the name again?
Of London, something eerie happened. The host, Will, drives around the UK in his van, sharing tips and tricks for his audience. However, in this episode, while camping in Box Hill, an ancient wooded...
Box. Anything that's got box in it, I'm not saying that's necessarily the case, but quite a few places they do it because there's a pillar box there from the war. Not sure it's true, it's just FIA.
Area southwest of London, something eerie happens in the dead of night. He begins by making a campsite meal as the sun sets on the forest. Will then settles in for the night and tries getting some sleep.
Bit brave. I'm sure he's done it before, but anyway, I could be just being overcautious, but, you know, one stray movement and you're catching on fire.
However, in the middle of the night, something terrifying wakes him up.
See, I've got to get my mind out of the gut. I mean, it could be someone being murdered or something serious happening, but that just sounds like a guy who's been violated in a tent, or it's like, oh, don't bite. Sorry.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Screaming can be heard in the distance.
Well, I'm not saying it is. It could be a fox, because foxes, if you, I'm not saying it is a fox, but the thing is, you'll understand me if you hear a fox, because a fox, I mean, we hear it outside my house sometimes in the garden. And it sounds like someone's been like brutally murdered in the garden, because they do sound like they've been murdered.
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Initially, some viewers thought it could be a wild buck or some other wildlife, but Will says he thinks there were a few cars parked not far off in the distance in the park.
And some people screaming.
The screams sound like an eerie blend of pleasure and pain, and one has to wonder just what was going on deep in the woods in the middle of the
Good morning.
night.
That, oh my god, no. Oh, no, it's that last bit. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh my god, that just sounds. I'm not sure if that. I'm just making it sound worse, aren't I? It could be someone being serious. I mean, I do apologise if it's someone being assaulted, but seriously, it sounds like they're having mad, wild sex and he's a howler. You know what I mean?
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
This next chilling camping encounter was uploaded to the YouTube channel Noah and Sam. The uploader says that they decided to pull over and sleep the night in their truck in a forested area in Sun River in the United States.
But a few days ago, I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like this forest area and sleep.
The OP managed to capture some GoPro footage of the terrifying encounter that unfolded in the middle of the night. Watch.
How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never been scared forever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here.
It's pitch black in the middle of the forest at 2:30 a.m. You can hear someone walking around the truck.
He's walking around. I don't get it. He's literally knocking.
See, people always forget, and like I said, a lot of these videos, especially like when it comes to wildlife, people, if it's like a bear, people immediately think it's Bigfoot. It's like, okay, you live in a forest that's got bears and shit, but there's something more creepier than paranormal stuff. It could be a forest ranger making sure you're not doing no good, but there's something worse than a paranormal one that's coming across some weirdo. You know what I mean?
Knocking on my truck.
Luckily, the truck is locked, but the person continues to tap at the vehicle.
The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never been scared forever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
The next morning, you can see someone clearly trying to look into the back of the truck.
He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these marks. I didn't even notice until I got home.
There's handprints all over the car.
Handprints there.
The person
What he does mess them up is quietly move to the horn and go beep.
even dragged their finger from one end of the truck to the other.
Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Trying
Weirdo.
to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from when he was walking around.
So why was there a person walking through the forest in the middle of nowhere at 2:30 a.m.? The uploader even says that the person didn't have a torch or any light source of any kind, so they were just walking around in pitch black out in the woods. They tapped and scratched at the truck in the middle of the night, then vanished. This is indeed a chilling encounter, and we're just glad the uploader made it out safely.
Yeah.
He's literally knocking.
Because it's also weird, like I said, there's no not using a torch, because sometimes you do get, like, from what I've seen in certain clips on YouTube and stuff like that, people, depending on the area, and especially in America, you get, like, park rangers, don't you, to make sure, because you get arseholes up in the forest, don't you, excuse my language, but it's like, so therefore, park ranger will sometimes check on you. So, but the fact there's no light, it's just some random weirdo with no torch or anything trying to peek in, and yeah.
Knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I can never been scared forever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. full 24 hours, I think.
This next freaky camping experience has become something of an internet legend. Project Amber is a popular travel and camping YouTube channel that documents the roving exploits of CJ and his partner Emma. In 2018, while driving through the French countryside in his old converted ambulance, CJ had to pull over for the night to fix his malfunctioning camper fridge. The area was an old, overgrown camping spot in a rural forest with no one visible for miles and miles. While filming the vlog about fixing the fridge, things take a turn for the eerie.
Right. Now, I'm sure with house fridges, you're supposed to... I'm going to give it the full 24 hours, I think, to... What are you looking at?
Soon, CJ's dog begins acting strangely.
To... What are you looking at? You keep freaking me out, dog. There's no one over there. You seeing something I'm not?
Just down the trail, where his dog keeps looking, there's an old abandoned well with a heavy metal covering.
And
Here we go, the grudge.
originally I was going to go and park there, and I saw the wow. Instantly started thinking about the ring, which when I was about, I don't know, I think it was about 10 when it come out. Scared of these.
Oh, thanks, mate. Make it feel old. It was about 10 years old when that film came out. Jeez Louise, I can't remember what year it was, but bloody hell, oh my god, I feel old.
Out of me for like a month. I didn't sleep properly.
The next night, CJ records an update for his Instagram. Take a listen.
A minute ago, I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. Got to this old well, and it stopped.
He says he could hear some loud moaning coming from near the well, but as soon as he got near it, it stopped.
A minute ago, I could hear like really loud moaning, like just booming across the mountains. So I've come down to where I could hear it. Got to this old well, and it stopped.
That's when he claims to have seen a mysterious woman walking through the woods.
This girl appeared, dressed kind of like a monk, no shoes, no hair.
When he went to double check on her, she was nowhere to be seen.
So I carried on a bit and then thought I better double check. Went to go and find her again. She's gone.
A short while later, he manages to get a glimpse of the woman on camera. The OP says that normally his dog Lance runs over to people excitedly to greet them. This time, he didn't. Instead, he just nervously looked over in the direction of the woman, whining.
Keeps looking over in that direction of where it is. So I'm like, nah, mate, I might move.
The last time CJ saw the woman, she was running at full pace through the forest. Then she simply vanished and was never seen again.
I saw the girl another 2 times. The last time I was near the van and she was running through the forest. I left. I was gone.
The following day, once the fridge had time to settle, CJ promptly left the strange abandoned camping area altogether.
Nah, maybe there's an explanation to it all, but I wasn't sticking around. I left. I booted it. I'm about 50 miles from there now.
Since this video, viewers have scrutinised the encounter, hoping to come up with an explanation. Many have noted CJ's authenticity and that he genuinely seems freaked out by the incident.
She's gone.
The vast majority of the channel's content is about travel and camping and doesn't sway into the realms of the paranormal at all. Nor does CJ do any pranks or skits or anything that would make it seem as though the encounter was staged. So what's to be made of this eerie event then? Who was the woman? Where was the moaning coming from? And did that locked up well have anything to do with it? I'd love to hear your take on this one. Have you heard of it before? And do you think something paranormal was at play? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Many people believe that strange creatures still lurk in the far reaches of the earth. Known as cryptids, these mysterious beasts are yet to be classified by modern science. This footage, uploaded to YouTube by Vision Paranormal, might just show one such cryptid, the legendary Wendigo.
Maximum potato quality, please. Thank you.
The Wendigo is a mythological creature that originates from North American folklore. It's described as having huge antlers, an emaciated body, a nauseating stench, and in some cases a heart made of ice.
Sounds like some of the customs I get.
However, its most terrifying characteristic is its insatiable craving for human flesh. Even when it's just fed, its hunger isn't satisfied. Legends say that humans can also be possessed by the Wendigo, causing them to turn against their own kind. The YouTuber who shared this footage claims it comes from the recovered camera of a young couple who disappeared after getting lost while hiking in the Emerson County forest. As the footage begins, we can see the dense foliage as the couple walks along a path. Suddenly, the camera stops moving as their voices can be heard discussing something that they've spotted in the trees.
Do you see that? Over there, look, over there. Do you see that? What the hell?
If you look closely, you can see a shape moving through the thicket. However, it's difficult to tell whether it's extremely well camouflaged or actually semi-transparent.
Or because the camera is potato quality.
I don't like this. You see that? Right there. Look. Oh my God.
They watch it for a few seconds before it lets out a terrifying screech.
I don't like it. Okay, fuck. Go.
The hikers quickly run, the camera jostles violently, but we can still hear the creatures shrieking as it chases them through the trees.
I'm not saying it is, but for some reason, the sound just come across as fake. And the video is too cliche. You know what I mean? It's like, if you could see what it is straight off, because of fight or flight, and I mean, yeah, so it could be rabbit in the headlights as well, but I'm pretty sure in general, if you saw some demonic-looking being or something with horns and something really fucked up, you wouldn't stand there and film it for a good for a good couple of minutes, would you? Be like, I'm out, getting the fuck out of here. I don't know, it just seems too cliche. You know what I mean?
A few seconds later, the camera falls to the ground and the sounds fade into the distance.
Seeing that footage as well, I don't know, so I'm sorry, it seems too cliche, too Blair Witch. I mean,
so did these hikers really fall victim to the legendary Wendigo? Whatever it is in the video blends into its surroundings so well, it's difficult to tell just what it is.
Over there, look, over there. You see that? What the hell?
I can see movement, but it's just so potato.
So what do you think this mysterious video actually shows? Let me know your theories in the comments down below.
I reckon it's an amateur film that's been made or something. I mean, plus we only have the uploader's word for it. You know, it's like, oh, I found this mysterious footage, or all sorts of things. It's like, I don't know. I'm not saying it is fake, but it's just the sounds just seem, the audio feels, I don't know, it's giving off fake vibes, and plus the videos, the camera footage is too cliche with the, it's just too cliche.
I don't like this. You see that? Right there. Look. Oh my God. That's not an animal. I don't like it. Okay, fuck. Go.
And hearing it a second time, the sound effect sounds like it's coming from a film. I can't place my finger on it, but it sounds like it comes from a film. I've heard that before. I can't remember if it was a low budget film or I don't know about that one. But it definitely looks fake, because no camera does that. You know what I mean? Unless, of course, it's pre-digital, but you know what I mean? It just...
Hey
gotta save my batteries. I only brought 3 batteries.
When popular YouTuber CJ Faison decided to camp alone in a notoriously haunted forest, he couldn't have known just how freaky the night would get.
Walk down that trail right down.
Pocomoke Forest is a vast, densely wooded stretch of land in Maryland, USA. It spans over 18,000 acres and is the setting for a collection of gruesome urban legends. There's tales of decapitation, wandering spirits, unhinged psychiatric patients with hooks for hands, and mysterious balls of fire that hover in the woods, then vanish without a trace. The vlog starts with an exploration of an old cemetery on the fringe of the forest.
If you all saw a previous video of mine, this area behind me looks really familiar. This is actually the side of the Pocomoke Forest.
Suddenly, what sounds like gunshots ring out.
This cemetery right here was one that myself...
Oh, I remember I saw some compilation video that was done years ago.
This is a stark reminder that often reality is much scarier than any urban legend.
Sonny is out of town for a few days, and what that means is I gotta go and I gotta keep on making and creating.
But again, if it's the woods, then don't they do hunting there?
This is gonna be a long night.
The uploader begins by setting up camp and exploring the darkened forest.
I wanted to go to somewhere like super remote, so as you can see, there's a nice little area around me. I walked for probably about 30 minutes or so, and I'm gonna show you kind of the way I came from.
While out exploring, he spots a light in the distance.
Oh,
he turns off his torch immediately so as not to give away his position.
that's somebody's light. That's somebody's light right there. Alright, I gotta be able to make my way somewhere. That's somebody's light. I gotta turn off mine.
At first, it's reminiscent of the balls of flame that are rumoured to float through the forest at night time.
This is kind of weird. It's kind of been a standoff.
Yeah, that's the talk.
I've had my lights off ever since.
But it soon becomes apparent that it's another person walking through the woods.
What gets me there is, I'm not saying it is, but I do find it weird that people go, oh, there's someone walking through the woods, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, but in America, I don't live in that local area, so I don't know if there's any policies on hunting and stuff. But in a lot of forests, people do a lot of hunting, don't they? So you're going to get hunters out there. So I don't know why people think it's odd to find someone out late at night. You know what I mean? If it makes sense. Could also be a forest ranger if they got one, because if there's gunshots, if it's not a hunter, then obviously someone might have called it in. You know what I mean?
Not knowing if they're friendly or not, and having heard gunshots already, the OP decides to hide in the dark and wait. It's 1:30 AM and the person just slowly walks through the forest.
I'm gonna die tonight.
The uploader isn't sure if it's a hunter or not, but they say the person is strangely tall and skinny.
Whoever that person is, they are not a hunter. Because there's no way in hell you just keep looking in the same area over and over. Not this late at night, at least. That person was really, really skinny. Like, tall and skinny. It was really strange looking. I'm sure you all...
Later, the OP says he can still hear strange noises in the distance, when suddenly...
I don't think it's an alien ring, because I'm pretty sure aliens would have their own light source, not some sort of flashlight. You know, I don't know.
This happens.
Oh! Oh!
Some kind of loud snapping sound can be heard, and the camera holder runs from the scene in a panic.
Oh! Oh!
Freaked out by the encounter, CJ seeks shelter in his tent.
don't know if that's going to keep you safe if it's a weirdo.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
He eventually decides to use a spirit box to see if any spirits might be present.
Oh, that's right, make a lot of noise in the woods. It's like sort of saying, I'm over here.
Are there any spirits present here tonight?
Something appears to smash the side of the tent.
See what I mean? Make a lot of noise. I wouldn't. I wouldn't fucking stay there. I'd just pack up, or or just leave the tent. Because if he's got his car nearby, just get in the car, fucking bolt myself in the car, and pick up the tent in the morning when it's light.
The spirit box still flutters in the darkness. Somehow CJ musters the courage to spend the rest of the night in the forest.
But seriously, if you suspect some weirdo in the forest, you wouldn't make a lot of noise with a spirit box, do you?
He films a few more updates.
But I don't even know if there's anything on the footage. But I heard something just a little earlier, and it almost sounded like I don't know how, like, like antlers like clang together. It almost sounded like two deer like fighting with each other.
Then, after getting some sleep, this happens. Someone is lurking just outside of the tent. The next morning, CJ hikes out of the woods, happy that the long night is finally over.
I thought I'd never get out of this freaking place. Hopefully nobody mess with my
Well, he watched that footage and bricked it.
truck.
Before we take a look at another creepy video captured in France, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications.
There's nothing paranormal so far, but it's like, I'll tell you what though, it is creepy though, isn't it? That's a lot more worse when you think about it. It's some weirdo being in the forest or something like that, you mean?
That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and creepy videos. When you go camping, you might expect to catch a glimpse of a squirrel, deer, or maybe even a bear. However, if this strange video posted to Dailymotion by Nils017 is to be believed, there might be more than just animals hiding among the trees. The footage was supposedly captured by a group of friends in Flacy, France. It's dark out, so they stand close to a roaring bonfire. The campers can be heard laughing and joking around.
Toi là, y a un truc là-bas?
When suddenly their fun comes to an abrupt halt.
Yo Minou, j'ai trouvé ta mère.
Putain!
Again, potato quality.
A member of the group notices something strange moving in the darkness just beyond the trees.
Hey, un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas ça. Je vais me barrer. Oh, non?
Bah, y a un...
They toss a lit torch in the direction of the movement, hoping to get a better look at whatever it is.
Pour éclairer, putain!
Suddenly, a small creature with grey skin peeks out from behind a tree. It appears to have large dark eyes and long fingers that slowly reach toward the burning torch.
Pour éclairer, putain!
I mean, sorry for my skepticism and stuff, but it's like it looks really bad. Looks like it's potato quality as well, but that looks a bit meh, you know.
Cameraman attempts to get closer, however the creature quickly disappears into the darkness. While the figure's appearance certainly does resemble that of extraterrestrials
That's why it set fire to the bloody forest.
often depicted in movies, others think that the creature might actually be some sort of earthly cryptid. Unfortunately, until more information comes to hand, this video, like so many others of this nature, will have to remain a mystery.
Pour éclairer, putain!
Putain.
Now, if you can't get enough of the old slapped ham, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that creepy video on the top there. Otherwise, we have an enormous paranormal playlist there that'll keep you entertained well into the evening, we promise. Now, remember to leave us a comment down below and hit that thumbs up button. And that's it from me. I'll see you all next time.
Boo! Oh. See, that sounds like someone being violated, or in a pleasant way, if that makes sense. But that does actually sound like is it okay, now what's the name? Species of monkeys. But anyway, so yeah, weren't necessarily paranormal ones there, but it's quite freaky, isn't it? Again, it's also that real life element as well that can sometimes give you goosebumps, especially ones where you're like, I mean, I'll tell you what, I bet he was shitting it when you watch that footage of it, the light going on the tent. I'll tell you, I couldn't do it. I'll be like, I'll get the fuck out of there. So yeah, but that's sometimes even worse, isn't it? When it's an actual human element, because something like weirdo in a forest or something. Anyway, thanks for sitting here and watching these videos with me. I hope you liked them. I hope you have a good, yeah, it's Friday today. In my job, you forget what day it is. So I hope you have a great weekend. I might upload something on Sunday. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. If I get time, because of what's happening on the weekend and that. But if not, I hope you have a good weekend and take care. Bye-bye.